to another Mongrel Dog production, and welcome to the 2021 BMW GS Safari Enduro. This one going from Longreach to Toowoomba via Birdsville in Outback, Queensland. First of all, I've got to get to the start point, and that's going to involve me flying to Brisbane, pick up the bike. Grab your gear. Let's go. Well, I've decided to travel business class for a change. I'm not the wealthiest bloke, but I figure I can't take it with me. There's no tow bar on the hearse, and besides, it's the kids' inheritance. They'd want me to be comfortable, wouldn't they? Alright, it's the following day. I've collected my bike. The bike's been held here in Brisbane in temporary storage for the last few months. I intended to pick it up earlier than now, but because of COVID and certain restrictions that wasn't going to happen. But anyway, look, I've picked the bike up. I was picked up from the airport. Spent a night with a fellow adventure rider, and I just want to talk about that briefly. When I first arrived in Queensland, I put out a call for help for somebody to look after the bike for me while I returned to Perth, and within about 20 minutes I got a response from Mark, who's the bloke in front of me. And the forum I used was a thing called Adventure Rider. It's a global forum, but a very, very good source of intel, a very good network, and I guess that's the point I'm trying to make for you newbies, or guys who are new to the adventure riding scene. Start a network, get involved, because the adventure rider community is a good community to get involved with. Like I say, Mark put me up for the night, picked me up from the airport, has been looking after my bike, and now in fact it's acting as my pilot, my guide, to get me the other side of the city. And once we're there I'll be on my own. It'll probably take me 2 days, I think, to get to Longreach, which is the start point for the GS Safari Enduro. So once again, sit back, enjoy the flight, and I'll see you on the other side. Right, I'm just arriving in Roma, just about to pull into Roma. Covered about 500 kilometres today. I might pull up here and find a room, I think. But the further west I get, the hotter it becomes. It's still spring here in Australia, but we peaked at 35 degrees Celsius today. And those temperatures are going to increase the further west I go. So yeah, I might try and find a $100 room and spread all my shit out, because I haven't seen this bike for some months. It's been in storage, and I've kind of forgotten what I packed and what I didn't. So that'll give me an opportunity to spread all my crap out and allow me to reorganise myself a little. And after today, that will leave me with about 700 kilometres to go tomorrow. Well, I've been able to find a room for $100. I mean, I'm going to be doing enough camping on this trip, so getting a room for the night will just make it a little bit more comfortable. I'm sure my children would want that. Yeah, this will do. It's simple and basic, but it'll do. Keeps me off the ground. Right, I'm approaching Longreach. Still a couple of days before the event starts, but that's okay. I'd rather be able to kill time than try and make up time. There's a couple of things I can do in the meantime. I've got to swap out the front tyre, probably do that tomorrow. There's also a couple of things to see here in Longreach. One is the Qantas Museum. Qantas, the airline, originated here in Longreach. Qantas standing for Queensland and Northern Territory Aerial Services. And there's also the Stockman Hall of Fame, so we'll check those out in the next couple of days. So now it's just a matter of trying to find a place to park up for a couple of nights until registration in a day or two. Oh, well, it's still 2 days before the event. Currently on our way, I'm just going to have a look at the venue. These guys have got here a couple of days before the event starts and are going to do 2 days of training. For some blokes, this is their introduction to adventure riding, and for other blokes it'll be just a bit of a refresher. I mean, it comes at an added cost, but that's okay. I think any training is good. So yeah, the next 48 hours for these blokes, in some cases, will be all about becoming familiar with what the bike, and I guess more importantly what they're capable of doing. I was going to use today to swap out that front tyre. It's 45 degrees here in Longreach today, and yeah, the guys from the Safari have agreed to swap the tyre out for me. I'll remove the wheel, but yeah, they're going to swap the tyre out. I don't mind swapping out tyres, but not in 45 degree temperatures. Well, registration. We must be getting close now.
Dingo. Thank you.
Well, apparently we're going for a welcome dinner. Well, it looks like we're in for a real Outback experience. That and the sunset. Beautiful.
Now this is another stack of goods. There is no short round.
It looks like this is a progressive dinner. This is more civilised.
Old man over to Chris now. Yeah. Is that the guy? Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
173 kilometres to Stonehenge is a great warm-up for the week, so please treat it like that. Treat it as a bit of a warm-up. Okay, so they're waiting for us. They've got a couple of venue options, so great retreat.
Got a bit of an Outback light show going on here. Big day tomorrow. Get some rest.